Everyone, my name is Keisha Lee. I'm a Congress Heights resident. The Ward 8 Education Breakout is practicing what we preach in terms of sharing leadership and sharing opportunities to speak. We had a lively discussion around several points that were and are of critical importance to our community. And these points included attendance issues. Ward 8, as you know, we're one of the more underserved wards in terms of our kids having access and attending school, and this yields from pre-K all the way through 12th grade. One is mental health and wellness, whole being, whole body, and social emotional. The second is strategic partnerships, engaging community members and businesses here in Ward 8 to invest back into our schools. I think we've probably all patronized a number of quick marts, corner stores, etc., and the proportion of those types of institutions that are actually giving back is relatively low.
Most of our conversations circled around the major projects that are coming to this area, as well as information sharing and making sure that everyone is aware of what's going on. Typically, information is shared through your local ANCs, so make sure you stay connected, and then the council's office is going to make sure that they give you updates. The three key points that we pointed out were accountability and ensuring that when these projects have commitments and goals that we are participatory. The second portion was education and workforce, making sure that our residents are knowledgeable about the types of jobs as well as just the economic climate that we're working in. And then finally, it was finance and banking, specifically Black banking, and ensuring that the residents and the businesses had an equitable share to get financing when they wanted to participate in these projects. May it be by way of bonding or lending for businesses to have capital so that they could float payrolls, or even acquisition of materials and equipment. Thank you.
It was a powerful outbreak group. We had a real strong team of individuals in there, so we did a good introduction where everybody got to know one another and what we are doing in the community now. We spoke about some solution-based things, one of them being a database, which she spoke about. The database will consist of this beginning team, and we'll be meeting again within the next 2 weeks to do a follow-up meeting so we can talk about the resources. We are in a state of emergency. I mean, we talked about all of the youth that's being shot, all the way from last year up until now, the 6-year-old in Wellington, the 8-year-old in Park Chester, the 6-year-old in Woodland shot in the foot just last week, the 14-year-old shot. So our children are being harmed at this point. So this is the state of emergency. We all have to come together. No matter what breakout session you was in, this session right here, we all have to come together at some point because we are in a state of emergency.
There's a principle around community economic development that's been around for 50 years. It's understanding that if you have poverty and economic inequality, that's not going to go away by itself. You have to structure yourself differently to be able to combat that. And right now as a community, we're not engaged in that kind of discussion. Community economic development talks about dealing with affordable housing, dealing with livable wages, dealing with more improved health, dealing with a better educational system. If we use that framework, we move away from being fragmented. We move away from looking at symptoms as opposed to the core issue.
And I want to just say, for the record, this is just the beginning, and it's going to be hard to get some of the solutions today, get to those, because there's a lot of work that has to be done. So I want to thank you for just taking time out of your day, to come and give energy to this process, because we all are a part of the process. And I see these phenomenal young, give them a round of applause as you see these young people, because even though they may be doing their own thing, the wisdom is going into their ear. I had them start studying Marcus Garvey this morning. They thought they was gonna watch that TV all day. Put that Garvey on, yeah, tighten them up. But that's what we have to do, and I'm excited about the work ahead. And it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna happen overnight, but you cannot conquer anything you're not committed to. And so we have to stay committed and dedicated to ensuring that we can change our community, because God has given us everything we need right here in this room. So we are our own answers and solutions.